Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, you're going to have Isabella. Isabella is from Aruba, but she lives in Netherlands. So let's see what Isabella has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello Isabella, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How about you?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking this time for the interview.
Of course, it's my pleasure. Thank you for the invitation as well.
Of course. So tell me, how was your day today?
It was good, long, some meetings in between, but it was overall really good. Thank you for asking.
So tell me something that's for you that happened today during your day that was like a wow moment.
Well, I had a meeting with someone for something completely different. She needed help for her Instagram bio optimization, so I helped her with that.
Uh-huh.
And at the same time, we found things that we had in common and we started talking about those things. It's about women's health, and I'm very much into that topic. So we really bonded, and I was not expecting that. I was mostly helping her with her Instagram,
I
and
see.
then we ended up talking about things we relate to. So that was very nice.
Amazing. So tell me where you're from, Isabella.
Yes, so I'm originally from Aruba. It's a small island in the Caribbean. And my father is Aruban and my mother is Colombian. So I have Colombian roots as well.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm living in the Netherlands for the past 6 years.
Wow.
Because, yeah, Aruba is part of the Dutch kingdom. So I have a Dutch passport,
Amazing.
meaning, yes, and I decided to study here because we technically also get all the benefits from European students. So,
Amazing.
yes.
What's the biggest joy of living in the Netherlands so far?
The biggest joy?
Of
Sorry.
living in
Ah,
Netherlands.
I like the freedom that I have because compared to living on a small island, here I can take the bus, the train, the airplane, and go anywhere I want. Meanwhile,
Hmm.
when you're on an island, you're very restricted.
Totally.
Yes.
And what do you do for work for living, Isabella?
Now I am freelancing as a social media marketer.
Okay.
I'm finishing now my master's in consultancy and entrepreneurship, and now
Wow.
I will do freelancing full time.
And what do you like the most about this journey of social media?
I like that I keep learning new things. So we are constantly evolving, so it's industry that is constantly changing, and I really like that. So you always have to stay up to date with the latest trends. I really like something that's continuously moving and changing. I have experience working in an office, and it's like very monotone. You do the same things every day, and I like that this type of passion that I turned into my business
Hmm.
is something that I really like doing as well.
I agree with you. I think social
Yeah,
media, just mentioned something very interesting. Social media is something that is always improving, changing.
exactly.
There's always something that which is good, and sometimes as well it can be a bit tricky
Mm,
because some people they cannot follow, and one point can be a
that's
bit.
true.
You know what I mean? So I get your
Hmm.
point, but I mean that's the world we live right now. I think
Exactly.
you need to be updated. It's a challenge for us to somehow to go for it and to keep going because if you stop it, others gonna go.
Exactly. You have to stay updated and with the latest trends and knowing how things are working. The feed, like the way it works, the algorithm is also constantly changing. So I really like to study those things that what's currently working, and then I also apply it to my clients. Mhm.
Amazing. And I think you are the right person. If people want to improve, to grow, I think you're the right person to go for it.
Yes, that's me.
Amazing. Okay, Isabella. So during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey.
Yes.
Okay. But before we start our journey within the magic box, when I was checking your profile, there was a phrase there that got my attention. It says there's figuring out my 20s. Right.
Yes.
My question for you based on this phrase is what has been the highlight of your 20s so far? Since you started this decade that, is when you mentioned there, figuring out your 20s so far, what this decade has somehow taught you or somehow gave impact in your life so far?
I think is not taking the traditional route. And with this, I mean is that yes, I went to study, I finished my bachelor's, I took on a job. And after finishing my studies, it was very difficult to find a job. So I just went to find a job that whatever I meet the requirements. And that made me realize that when you take a job just to take it, you're not going to be happy. And I took the bold decision exactly a year ago to quit. And it was very like unknown what's going to be my next step. So then,
Wow.
so when I decided to do the master's that I actually was planning to do a long while ago, but I postponed it because I was like, let me get some work experience first.
Wow.
But that experience really showed me the power of letting go what's not for you and
Hmm.
really pursuing your passion. And then now, a year later, I'm finishing my master's degree and I have my own business. For me, is like mind blowing
Wow.
because I chose for myself and I worked hard as well. I was determined I'm gonna be my own boss. And now I can proudly say that that's the reality.
Wow. And when was the turn point when you realized that, when you figured out that, okay, you know what? I need to change that. I need to take this challenge in your life.
When it came to the job, I just felt stuck
Hmm.
because I didn't see a future there. I had to do this exam in order to keep the job, and
Hmm.
it was in Dutch. Dutch is my fourth language. So it was already challenging enough to keep up with the job itself because I was speaking Dutch the whole day, and my mother tongue is Spanish, and I speak English as well daily with my partner. And from Aruba, in Aruba, we speak Papiamento, which is a language very close to Portuguese, actually.
Really?
Yes, it's
Oh, wow.
a Creole language that,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, was from a long time ago, very much influenced by Africa and also the Portuguese. So that I also speak that language as well. So keeping up
Amazing.
a full-time job in Dutch was very challenging for me, very mentally draining.
Hmm.
And the turning point for me was is that when I realized it was also affecting my health.
Okay.
I was not moving a lot. I was very stressed, and I experienced like the cortisol side effects. And once I realized my health was also not doing well, I was like, no, this is not for me. I need to
Wow.
find a job that's more flexible, that I can move throughout the day, and that I can also choose my own time. So that for
Wow.
me was the reason why I decided that this is no longer for me.
I think you're totally right. I think when your body, your health is talking to you,
Yeah.
it's a big sign of you to, to do something different or new because,
Yes.
and I believe that on the top of it, it's life talking to you. It's life saying, you know what? Let's change that. Something's not right.
Exactly. Yeah, your body speaks to you and you just have to listen
Yeah. And
for
I
sure.
find it very brave because you're so young. At
Thank
the same time,
you.
well, you took the step. Sometimes we get trapped to this fear of not
Yeah,
doing. And I think the older you get, you kind of find a way. But you're so young, straight away you figure out that, and it makes sense now for me when you say
hmm.
figuring out my 20s. So now I got it.
Yes. Oh, great that I answered your question.
Isabella, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Yes, I'm ready.
Welcome, William, in the magic box.
Oh, I'm so curious.
So I have here my best friend. Full of random questions. So what I'm going to
Yes.
do, I'm just going to play a song just for us to relax before the first question. Okay,
Hmm. Worries.
let's do it. Yes, you can always dance with me. So before we start the game, during the journey, before we start, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about or you don't want to answer, voice can change. Okay.
Okay, will
Yes.
do.
By the way, how is Dominico?
Oh, he's doing great. Thank you. We're very busy now with the business, selling a lot of tiramisu. So
Amazing.
far, so great. Thank you for asking.
In my regards. Okay.
Yes, I will.
First question is, what would your ideal life look like?
Ooh. Well, it's like a follow-up from what we previously talked about. I
Hmm.
would say my ideal life would be being able to live a life on my own terms, like as maybe mainstream as that sounds. It's more like now that I have the freedom to work in what I love and
Hmm.
do it from wherever I want. It's more to be able to do that and also create an impact. Now that I will have more time, I don't have any university things to do. I also want to start doing volunteer work because I used to do it back in high school, and after that, life gets busy, you don't make the time for it. But I feel it's still important to give back. So
Hmm.
I want to have a life where I can combine both my job, my passion, and also give back to the community.
And what's the meaning of life for you?
Wow, I feel the meaning of life is it's a constantly facing challenges and know how to deal with them. Life comes with surprises, both good and bad. And
Yes,
throughout the bad periods, you learn how to deal with certain things, and then they make you enjoy the good ones. So I say life is a roller coaster. You have the ups and you have the downs.
amazing. Very good. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, Isabella from Netherlands. Next question is, what is something you wish you could do every single day?
Mm. I wish that I could eat pasta every day, even though I can. My boyfriend is Italian. He can cook pasta for me every day, but unfortunately, according to my nutritionist, that's not the best practice. But if I could, I would.
And what's your favorite pasta?
I'm between carbonara, like
I
that's my
love
favorite,
I love carbonara.
right? It's
Hands
really the
down,
best.
literally hands down for carbonara.
Really? Yeah, I really love carbonara. And ever since I met Domenico, I also got to know amatriciana, which is like the opposite of carbonara, but with tomato sauce. So I
Amazing.
like both of them equally. They're super delicious.
And you like cooking?
I do.
Uh-huh.
I grew up with a Colombian mother, and she grew up cooking me different types of soups and stews and arepas. So she taught me a lot of things in the kitchen that I brought with me when I came to the Netherlands. So I
Yeah.
do enjoy cooking, but now that I live with my boyfriend, I don't cook every day anymore. So we try to help each other out, but I do
And
enjoy
there's
it.
and there's something that you don't like to eat at all?
Um, I tend to be a picky eater sometimes with vegetables. I don't have a specific vegetable that comes into my mind right now, but when I
Mhm.
see a dish full of vegetables, maybe you'll see me removing some things. Yeah.
Right.
But I mostly eat everything, I would say. I'm not that picky either.
Amazing.
Yes.
Next question. Let's do it. Right, before the next question, let's talk a little bit more about, your page called Women Wellness.
Oh,
So
yes.
tell me the idea behind.
So Women Wellness is created by a friend of mine, and we came in contact way before she launched it. And coincidentally, I was also launching my own business in skincare. I was selling skincare products because I was partnered with a company. And
Okay.
she approached me because she's like, "Oh, Isa, you're also an entrepreneur. Like, we have so much in common." And then she told me her goal with the Women Wellness was to create a positive impact around women because she did research for her master thesis
Okay.
about the situation for women in the Caribbean, especially when it comes to career and education. And she
Wow.
realized that unfortunately there it's still very hard to move forward as an entrepreneur, especially because you don't have the right people around you or the network. So she realized that as women, we need more support within each other
Mhm.
to grow. And that's why she decided to create this platform where we can all like participate, join the events, and network with each other. And I am a founding member because I was there with her from the beginning. We had our first event together, actually. It was called the skincare workshop. So, where I gave the ladies a workshop how to do their skincare. And
Okay.
she did the wellness part where she explained how other things affect your skin. So that was our first event together, and now I'm just part of the community and I actively engage with other ladies. And I also do, well, I stopped it for a while because it's now very cold in the Netherlands, but we also hosted runs. Like we would do a run club, but only for
Wow.
women.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. And this run happens every week, or how does it work the schedule?
We used to do it every month, but
Hmm.
ever since it became colder and I was busy with my master thesis, I stopped it completely. And unfortunately, due to health reasons as well, I found out that I cannot run as often as I used to
Hmm.
um, because I have PCOS. It's a syndrome where it's not really good for you to do high intensity workout because it causes your body stress and it affects your hormones.
Oh, wow.
So unfortunately, because of that, I had to put running aside, but I'm still part of the community and I join every once in a while event.
Amazing. Great. Next
Yes.
question is, good question. If you could meet yourself when you were 15 years old again, which advice would you
Oh,
give yourself at the time?
wow. No, it's really funny you asked this question because I constantly talk to people about honoring your younger self. and remember that you're still that younger version of yourself. So for you to ask me this question is like, wow. And coincidentally, I've been thinking about it the last few days with all these things happening, the things that I mentioned to you before.
It's
When I look back at my 15-year-old self, I remember this young girl, full of energy, full of dreams. Like she was always dreaming of traveling in Europe and studying the bachelor that I did. So I did accomplish that dream. So if I could talk to her, I would tell her that your dreams are never too big. You are capable of doing whatever you set your mind to. And I would tell her to really love herself more because during that time, I was very insecure about myself. It's very normal during your teenage years. You face a lot of
absolutely.
insecurities, a lot of
Yeah.
changes. So I wish I had the confidence I have now. It took me
Mhm.
many years to get where I am right now, but I would tell her to really always believe in herself, and just be yourself because by being yourself, you will attract the right people.
I love that, and I got goosebumps. We are just said now.
Oh, so
When you
sweet.
are yourself, the wrong people would go, which is okay, not wrong with that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right people will come, and I've got more goosebumps.
Oh,
And I think that's about, I know sometimes it can be difficult being ourselves, the society we live,
mm-hmm.
the culture. There's always a lot of things that involve that sometimes it's difficult. However, if
Exactly.
you if you if you try to be yourself most of the time, trust me, you're not gonna have anything on your shoulders. You're gonna feel
Exactly.
free. It's about freedom. When you wake up every day knowing that you're gonna have a day that you're just gonna be your truly self, and it's amazing feeling. For me, that's the meaning of success. When you can be your
For
truly self,
sure.
that's for me what you can say. Because I know for one reason or another, sadly, some people they can't. It's sometimes not even their choice. Sometimes just because
Exactly.
other things. So when I put myself in their shoes and I go like, you know what, I'm not in a powerful place, just for the fact that I am and I can be my truly self every day. I think it's a gift for sure.
Yes, it takes time maybe for you to get there, but once
So
you realize the power of just being yourself,
amazing.
you're unstoppable.
What's the biggest joy of being Isabella? What do you like the most about being you?
I think it's that I'm always up to something. I hear a lot from my friends that sometimes it's even hard to keep up with me because I'm always up to something new. I just think being me is just being someone positive, always seeing opportunities when people see like negativity.
Yeah,
For me, I feel that I try to bring the best out of the people. And because I know how it is to be insecure, or I know how it is to not be sure about what you're capable of. I mean,
yeah,
obviously, maybe once in a while I do find myself insecure about something. It's normal. We all go through it. But I learned that it's really a mindset thing. So
hmm,
now what I try to do is when I see someone limiting themselves, I like kindly put them aside. I'm like, hey, who said that you cannot do this? And then they don't know what to answer it because then they're like, oh, it's me. I'm like, I know exactly. So
uh-huh.
try to rephrase it instead of saying, no, I can't do this. I will try. And that
Yes,
that changes the whole course of how your life will go. Because if you keep saying to yourself, I can't do this, I'm not sure, I am doubting. But if you just flip the script and you say, I'm willing to give it a try. And if you like it, great. And if you don't, at least you can say you tried.
totally.
So that's what I feel that I try to bring to other people because I know how it is to put limiting beliefs in your head because I've also been there. I mean, it's something that most of us we do once in our lifetime because of fears and because of insecurities or from bad experiences from other people. But I
Hmm.
truly believe that if you are curious enough, you will really go far in life. So that's how I try to be an influence to others, to show that it's possible if you really believe in yourself.
Totally. And I think
Mhm.
sometimes it's just a very habit. Sometimes we have the habit of, as you mentioned, I cannot do that, or I'm not able to do that. And sometimes it's just a habit that you put in your mind. If
Exactly.
you break a little bit, it's not that difficult for you to break. And sometimes people like you that can somehow guiding others or helping others. It's just a little thing that you can trick there, and it makes a difference. And people, we start put another habit in our minds.
Exactly. Yes, I agree with what you said.
Next question, ready?
I'm ready.
Do it. Fun. Hey, next question for you is, Good one. Describe yourself in one positive and one negative word only.
Oh, okay. I would say ambitious.
Hmm.
And negative, I would say, yeah, I would say anxious because I am someone that's can be anxious at times.
And when you find yourself in this position of being anxious, what do you do to somehow relax a little bit regarding that?
Mm, I try to clear my head, whether it's to go for a walk or talk with someone when I'm like feeling anxious about something. I'm like, hey, I'm feeling like this right now. What should I do about it?
Hmm.
So I think I do my best to seek for help
Yeah.
or just relax for a moment and think about it because I used to be someone that maybe I react on the spot and that's not always good.
Hmm.
So I learned this year during my master's that you have to respond, not react. And that approach has really changed a lot when I feel that way.
You're kind of person that cry easily or not.
Depends. I do find myself like very emotional, like both in good and bad, but I think now I've managed to control my emotions that I don't cry so easily anymore
Right.
like I used to.
And when you're gonna write your memoir, when you're gonna put all
Hmm.
your thoughts together, what will be the title of your memoir one day?
That's a very tough question. I think yeah, it's mostly to leave something behind. And like I said, I want to always leave an impact wherever I go. So
Hmm.
I would say it would be maybe a bit like simple, like live life to the fullest. And with that, I mean is like really take every opportunity you get in your life because you only live once, like they say. And especially when you're young and you're healthy and you have all these opportunities, like I would say, really make the best out of them.
Amazing. Three
Hmm.
questions left. Let's do
Oh,
it.
that's so quick. Okay.
Right, before the next one, of course, again,
Yes.
another phrase in your profile. Caribbean
Okay.
Latina in the Netherlands. So, of course, you already mentioned about, your mom's from Colombia, from Caribbean as well. So
Yes.
my question for you is, growing up, as you mentioned about the Dutch language, the Spanish as well, and the Criollo, the other language.
Yes.
How did you manage that growing up? Did your parents somehow, encourage you to speak a certain language at home, or they kind of somehow help you out in some classes? How did you feel about that at the time?
Yes. So my mother always had this rule that we need to speak Spanish at home because
Hmm.
for her it was very important for us to speak Spanish. And for that, I'm always thankful because speaking Spanish really gave me a lot of opportunities here in the Netherlands because they value people that are multilingual.
Hmm.
But not only that, it also makes me feel connected with my family in Colombia. So I'm very thankful I'm fluent in Spanish. But with my dad, at the other hand, he also speaks Spanish. So at home, we would speak Spanish between all of us. And we would speak English at school with our friends.
Yeah.
We would speak also Papiamento, which is the language from Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire. We would speak it within our friends, and then Dutch at school. So
Wow.
a day in my life consisted of four languages. So Dutch at school, Spanish at home, Papiamento and English with my friends. So it's crazy how I was constantly like speaking different languages, and for me, it's super easy to switch languages.
Wow.
And yeah, and now I'm learning Italian because I need to be
Why?
able to
Why Italian?
because because my boyfriend's family, mostly the ones in Sicily, they don't speak English. So I felt like I have no other choice than to learn the language so that at least at some point I can also communicate with them.
Wow.
Luckily, because I know Spanish, learning Italian is pretty similar. It's very
Hmm.
easy. I wouldn't say it's easy, but it makes it much understandable.
Totally.
So I decided to start learning Italian, and in high school, I learned French as well. So just a little bit of French. But I do manage to, I would say, like, I can manage when I go to France. Like, I read all the signs, I understand what they say, but the
Yeah.
speaking part is the challenge.
I
Yes.
relate to you very strongly about that. The
Yeah.
French grammar it's very similar to the Portuguese grammar as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very similar. Actually, more than Italian or Spanish, the grammar.
Mm.
Portuguese grammar. And it's interesting because when I hear some people, French people talking, some words they say, it's just the accent that they change the sound
Ah,
of it. So sometimes I understand they say a word, and I say, of course, some words are different. However, the grammar and some words, when they put a sentence together, I understand because I know what they're talking about. So
that's
it's
great.
yeah, it's very similar, and I get your point. So I think
Mm.
Portuguese grammar, yeah, with the French is very similar.
Oh, okay.
You mentioned about the positive side of having different languages growing up, but there was a
Mhm.
negative or a challenging point at the time for you?
When I was younger, I cannot think of anything negative right now,
Hmm.
but the moment I came to the Netherlands, I did feel that I was treated differently because I can speak Dutch, but not the way they speak it here. Because you notice the accent right away, and they're like, "Oh, wait, you're not from here. Where are you from?" And they once guessed I'm from Brazil. They guessed I am from sometimes Colombia. They guessed it right, or Mexico.
Hmm.
Or they like here they don't know where I'm from, which is fun. But the moment I speak Dutch, they're like, "Ah, you're from the Caribbean islands, are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." So I felt like they would always put a label on me, and I didn't really like that because whenever I'm speaking with someone and they have an accent, for me it's no problem as long as we can communicate. Like have like they say, having an accent is it's a bravery because you can
It's
speak
beautiful.
multiple languages.
Yeah,
So for
totally.
me, it's never an issue if someone has an accent. Maybe sometimes with my boyfriend, not that I say I make fun of him, but I try to correct his English sometimes because he has the really thick Italian accent sometimes. But I do it for his own good. I'm like, look, you can
Oh,
pronounce the word like this, but it's actually like this. And then he's like, okay, thank you very much.
of course.
Um, but likewise, when I'm speaking Italian, I also don't pronounce everything correctly. So then he also helps me with that. But moving forward, I think that was one of the most, I would say, challenging things, but also the fact that you don't always know the words to everything in that language. So you're like thinking, oh, wait, I know the word, but not in that language. So you need to translate really quick. So I tend to mix, for example, Dutch with English a lot. Like I would say English words in between. And in Papiamento, we also mix a lot of languages. So I would say we mix languages all the time. So I think that could be one of the downsides of it.
I think there's a beauty behind accents a lot. I think it's beautiful, when you see people
Yes.
having a broken English or broken other language or accents,
Hmm.
the beauty behind. And actually, you mentioned about being people could tell you're Brazilian. Actually, you mentioned that now. If I would see you or without talking to you or anything, it could cross my mind as well that could be Brazilian.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Okay.
interesting. You have, I think it's because the Latin, you have there something as when you mentioned that. So yeah,
Oh,
I get the point. I
yes.
understand where it comes from.
Okay.
The question is, what's your morning ritual?
Ooh. Um, I would say, yeah, doing my skincare. That for me is like priority before starting the day because I feel if I do my skincare when I wake up, I start fresh. Like for me, that's important to put my creams and put my sunscreen. So I would say that for me is one of the things I do when I wake up and also open the curtains, open the window. For me, I like to get fresh air when I wake up.
Lovely.
Um, but then I have my breakfast and then I have my coffee. Like I have coffee every morning. So I would say my morning ritual is very simple. I just wake up, I do what I just mentioned, and then I start
Mhm.
on my day.
Do you consider yourself to be more of a day or evening night person?
I would have to admit I'm a night person.
Hmm.
I feel more productive at night. Like during the day, I feel so distracted about everything else that's happening. And
Right.
once everything gets quiet and everybody's asleep, then I feel like I can get focused. And I really noticed that a lot when I was writing my thesis, that I had like, I think 3 nights that I stayed up until 5 a.m. working on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I feel that I'm more a night owl.
What's the biggest motivation for you in life, Isabella, when you think about, motivation? What motivates you the most about living?
I would say my motivation is my parents. Like they are the reason why I work so hard because I know the things they did, the things they sacrificed. I'm very thankful that they did their best to give me all these opportunities, and that's what keeps me going because I'm like, yes, I'm doing it for me, but I'm also doing it for them because they worked so hard to give us the life that we got that I'm like, they deserve at least to know that it was worth it, everything they did. I really appreciate how they raised me. And when I look at my dad, he also is an entrepreneur for the past 7 years. And he quit from working hospitality for 20 years and he became an entrepreneur. And I
Mm.
saw his transition. And that's what's keep me going every day. Because I'm like, if my father could do it, I can also do it.
Wow. Okay, so both of your parents, they're watching this interview right now. When you have a moment, an opportunity to send them a message, what would you say?
Oh,
If you could say in Spanish, just for me to hear you talking Spanish, if you don't mind,
yes.
after you can translate in English.
Of course. Muchas gracias por todo, de verdad. No saben lo tanto que significan para mí y todo lo que han hecho ha valido la pena y de verdad los pienso todos los días y los quiero mucho.
Ooh, in English now.
Yes. You want me to repeat what I just said?
Yes, please.
Oh, yes, of course. I said, yeah, I'm very thankful for everything you've done and I'm very blessed that you raised me the way you raised me and I love you very much.
Beautiful. Love it.
Yes.
Two questions left. Let's do it.
Oh, okay.
Next question for you is, where are you planning to go for your next holidays?
Well, coincidentally, my next booked trip is to go to Budapest, Hungary,
Wow.
for my birthday because it's a place that I've been wanting to go for a while. I hear such good things about it.
Hmm.
And during my master's, I met a classmate of mine that's Hungarian, and she's now living there again. And she was like, "Hey, you really have to come visit me. I would love to have you here." And I was like, Why not go for my birthday?" And so that's the next trip.
Wow. When is your birthday?
And 19th of February.
And do you like celebrating birthdays?
I do
Hmm.
because my mother, since I was a little kid, she would celebrate my birthday by doing these amazing birthday parties. And every time I woke up on my birthday, she would have already decorated the house. And she
Wow.
really made me feel super special during my birthdays. And so I keep the tradition alive. But I had my 25th birthday this year, which was also for me like a big deal. It's a quarter century. But I have to admit, I'm gonna retire from the party committee. Like, I don't think I will host parties anymore because it's a lot of work. And now I think I will shift more into birthday trips. So I'm gonna keep that tradition alive now.
And aging for you. I know you're very young, but
Yeah,
sometimes we think about aging, sometimes we see, time just passing. It's natural, it's a beauty behind. So tell me,
exactly.
how do you see about aging? It's something that bothers you, or you just see as something natural to happen?
Yeah, I think let me put it in two different perspectives. When it comes to skincare perspective, it's the downside because no matter how many creams you put, you will get wrinkles, your skin will change. And
Yeah.
I'm already seeing it, even though I take care of my skin. So in that aspect, I'm like, yeah, it's part of life, unfortunately. But on the other side, when I look back, I'm like, I thought I knew it all when I was 18, but I knew nothing. And it's
like
true
like
what they say.
all of us, we know everything at 18. We know everything, literally.
Exactly. You think you know everything, you know you're unstoppable. I mean, yes, it's nice to know that you can do whatever you want if you put your mind to it, of course. But when I look back, I'm like so much more mature now. I
Hmm.
know better. I know how to handle situations better. So I think the beauty of growing up is that you really learn a lot. And it's up to you that if you want to keep learning as well. So for me, I like that it's a continuous process where you learn new things. And I think that's the beauty of aging, that life is endless. Like you can do whatever you want if you have the possibility, of course. But I think that's the beauty of it, that you create more opportunities for yourself.
And if you could stay in age for the rest of your life, what age that would be?
I think 25. 25 is a nice number.
I love it. Last
Yes.
question. Ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's do it. Last one.
Let's go.
Right before the last question, of course,
Mhm.
Christmas is just around the corner. We are celebrating Christmas very soon. So tell me,
Yes.
what's the meaning of Christmas for you?
Yeah, it's mostly family and cozy and eating good food because from in Aruba we take it very seriously. Like we love to go big and eat good food and be with family and friends. But if
Yeah.
I would be like the true meaning of Christmas for me, like I remember good memories from when I was a kid. that you think Santa Claus is coming. Like my parents, I have to give it to them. They did a good job because they really created this beautiful fantasy in my head that there was really a man coming to leave me gifts every Christmas because they would eat the cookies, they would drink the milk. And for me, that I really am thankful that they did all of that because as a kid, you love those things like, oh, to think that you have to behave well to get gifts. So for me, when I think about Christmas, I really think when I was a child, the magic of Christmas, I really remember that feeling waking up on the 25th and you see a bunch of gifts under your tree. I mean, I know not everybody has that opportunity and that privilege, but for me, that was very magical. So if I can say it in one word, it's magical.
So tell me, during the Christmas time, tell me a song that for you is like when you listen to it, you go like, "Oh my God, Christmas is coming." Also, tell me a movie that you need to watch every Christmas, like a must, and also a food that for you it doesn't feel like Christmas if you don't eat this food.
Okay, so the song, I would say Mistletoe from Justin Bieber. Like when I was a teenager, I was like obsessed with that song. So whenever it's like the Christmas season, it's in my playlist for sure. Movies, honestly, I haven't watched movies in a long time, but I do remember as a kid, I used to like those movies with the dogs. I don't remember the name right now, but it used to have also have movies about Christmas. I
When
don't,
they could
I,
talk, when the dogs could talk.
yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
think I know. Yeah.
yeah. I think that for me was one of the best movies I used to watch back then. And what I can't miss during Christmas is like we have usually like ham. We
Mhm.
make ham and we have like a potato salad, very typical, like very unique potato salad. And also we tend to have turkey. Like it's similar to a Thanksgiving dinner, you would say.
Okay.
So that's like a must. But also we have this thing that's from Venezuela, actually. It's called ayaca. I don't know if
Okay.
you're familiar with it.
The name, yes, but I cannot picture, but the name I've heard already. The
It's
name.
like wrapped in leaves, palm leaves, and they make it with like the same dough you use for arepas or empanadas.
Right.
And you basically have to steam it and then you take it out and then you eat it and you have meat and vegetables inside of it. It's delicious. So that for
Amazing.
me, Christmas without a yaca is not a Christmas.
Beautiful. Okay, last question is, tell me who is your biggest idol and what have you learned with this person?
Mm, yeah, I think I always say it's my dad
Hmm.
because he really inspired me that you can literally do whatever you would like in life. Because, as I mentioned, he was working 20 years in hospitality, but his journey there was also, he literally started from the most simple position and he went all the way to GM.
Wow.
So that for me is very impressive that he managed, because of hard work and and persistency, he managed to reach one of the most highest positions possible in a hotel.
Wow.
So that for me was very impressive to see his growth, even though I was a little kid and back then you don't maybe understand what's going on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now that I look back, I'm like, wow, it's so impressive how he kept on showing up and working hard and he managed to get there. But then he also realized that, okay, there at some point that's not for him anymore. And then he decided to do his own thing and also in something that he enjoys. He does
Wow.
project management now. And because of all the experiences he had in hotels, like now he's doing that as his business. So for
Yeah,
me, that's impressive how his journey really shaped who he is. And he's my biggest inspiration in life.
for sure. Being inspiration for sure. I think,
Yes.
I start something very simple and suddenly make your way all the way up. It's wow. It's a very impressive journey for sure. Amazing.
Yes.
So then yet, let's play now the word association game. I'm going to say some words, just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Let's start
Okay.
with life,
Fun.
family,
Love.
fear,
Yeah. Doubt.
money,
Yeah, greed, I think.
religion,
Yeah, faith,
love,
heart.
politics,
Holidays?
politics.
Ah, politics. Ooh, clownery.
I like this word actually. Wow.
Yeah.
One word for sex,
Ooh, I would say love as well.
friendship,
Yeah. Trust.
Desire,
I would say passion.
regret,
Um, I would say regret. Oh, that's a tricky one. I would say missed opportunity.
sure, success,
Um, accomplished.
wish.
Uh, mm, wish because we had already synonyms from that. Wish. I mean, wish upon a star. I don't know. That's what I can come into my mind right now.
Not right or wrong, whatever comes to your mind. I love
Uh,
it.
yes.
Happiness.
Mm, yeah, joy.
One word for Aruba.
For Aruba, like we say there, dushi, which means sweet.
Amazing. Wow.
Yes, yes.
One word for the Netherlands.
Koud, which means cold, very cold.
Colombia. One word.
A ver, arepa. I love arepas.
And the last one now, if you could define, the Wima Wellness, the name of your page, what that would be in one word.
Community.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm going to meet your dad now for a coffee. Yeah. I'm
Ah.
going to ask him, tell me something about Isabella. Define her in one positive word and one negative word only. What he would say about you.
Oh, I think you would say that I always push for my like what I want. I'm a go-getter,
Hmm.
but I think the downside would be that I can be very intense sometimes. Like
Wow.
very emotional. Like I take things very personal.
Right.
Yes, I think it's
Okay.
that.
I don't know if you believe in astrology, but I think there's some Scorpio there in your stars or something because I'm Scorpio and I'm very emotional.
Okay.
I'm very intense, like
Yeah,
literally.
yeah, yeah.
If I love something, trust me, you're gonna see it because I put everything, like I'm very intense with everything I do. So there is some Scorpio in your star sign for sure.
Yeah, could be. I think it could be either my moon or my sun. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly. Could be. I'm pretty sure
And
because
you're
I'm a Pisces. So
ah,
we are
yeah,
water signs.
absolutely. My mom is Pisces.
Um,
My mom's
yeah.
Pisces. Yeah.
But the thing is, I personally have not so good experiences with Scorpios from my like from previous friends or people that I know. So it's funny that we're supposed to get along, but from my experience, I sometimes have difficulty with Scorpio. So if I find out I have something from Scorpio myself, I think I'm like, oh, makes sense maybe. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think as I said, my ex partner he's Scorpio as well, and
Mm,
I make a joke. It was too much water there that we draw.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. If you have too much of something, it's not a good thing.
And it's interesting because we have our first star sign based on our
Exactly.
dates, and the second
Hmm.
one is based on the time when you were born. So my second one is Sagittarius,
Oh,
which I have a lot more. I mean, I Scorpio, there's a lot of there, but I have a lot of Sagittarius the older I get as well. I think because Sagittarius they slow down a little bit, they're very more calm.
yes,
With
correct.
Scorpio, because Scorpio is like explosion, yeah, and
Exactly.
somehow Sagittarius they kind of it put big down to earth, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Scorpio exploding there, so I get that for sure.
Yes. My mother is a Sagittarius, so I know what you mean.
Let's
Yeah.
play now, Isabella, in the magic box, and you can ask me a
Ooh.
question. But before that, let's play the musical over time. Let's do it.
Okay, yes.
Before asking the question, back to the women wellness. In your opinion, based on your experience, based in your community, do you think that women right now about people talk a lot about empowering. I think women they are
Hmm.
stronger more than ever, in the world, in society. I think there's a voice there that's never been heard before. And with social media, with people like you who is spreading, some let's say confidence for women to be themselves, to express who they are. How do we see that? Do you think that is improved more and more, or somehow there's a long way to go still?
Mm, I do think that we've come a long way
Hmm.
because of all the feminism that has happened the last years. So that for sure for me is very nice to see. I don't think it's unfortunately the case in many countries still. That
Mhm.
for me is very sad that some women don't have the opportunities that I have. So that's one of the reasons also why Women Wellness was founded, because she did her research and she found that a very small number of women have the opportunities that we do.
Okay.
So that's very sad to see. But I do see an improvement that we can choose our own life, basically. If you have the opportunity to do so, I would say to have your own apartment, to have your own car, to have your own things, because you can have a job in most countries. So I
Totally.
think that we've made an improvement that now women are changing the narrative to how to
Yeah.
do things and to have their own career, have their own life before finding a partner. Meanwhile, back then, it's mostly like you have to find a partner to keep on moving in life. So I think in that aspect, we are one of the first of the generations that can do the things that we are doing now, like traveling, studying, and working. So that's very nice to see. I find it sometimes very unfortunate that in the past that was not normal. So, for example, when I speak to my grandmothers, like we have lived completely different lives. And
Totally.
yeah, so for me, that's sometimes very difficult to understand. But the
Mm.
fact that I am one of the first in my family lineage that can choose to be a business owner, that can choose to travel, that can choose to live a life that I want, I feel very privileged to be able to do so and to be able to be part of a group where we support women to feel more supported and to guide them if they ever want to do something but they're not sure and we have experience. We're like, hey, we will guide you, we will give you the tools that you need to get where you want to get. So I like that I'm part of a community that really wants the best for women, because already for many centuries, for basically of since the whole existence for women, it's been very challenging. And
Totally.
now that we can do something about it, I'm happy to be part of it.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Beautiful. Well said. Can I ask me a question now, Isabella?
Yes. What brings you a lot of energy?
What a great question. What wow, what bring so much things bring me energy. I think I'm gonna give a very simple answer, but it's a very genuine one. I think when you were talking before about if we are a day person, night person, and I think it's a lot about us, about our energy. What brings me the greatest energy of the day, Isabella, even though if I don't sleep very well, if I sleep not enough hours, or for some
Mhm.
reason I cannot sleep, but the greatest energy that naturally it brings to me, that there's not even a choice, it just happened to me. It's very early morning. I'm an early bird. As soon as
Okay.
I leave my home, when I have this fresh air, we talk about fresh air that you like the
Yeah.
morning. When I have this fresh air, I just feel like, oh my God, I feel the greatest. I feel, energized. I feel literally, when I get to work, people go like, my God, William, how can
Mm.
you do that? That's why I go to the gym early morning, because that's the best energy I have. So
Wow.
kind of spend a lot of energy there. And when I leave the gym, when I start my day, I just feel the greatest. So the morning, even though again, back if I have a rough night, we do sometimes overthinking, or maybe you cannot sleep very well.
Yeah.
As soon as I leave my building, that's it. There's like something that
Wow.
turn around in my head. I just like start feeling great. So yeah, I could tell you so many
Okay.
things that bring me energy, like the show, friends, going to the cinema. Those things are therapy for me, that brings the best of me. But naturally, for me, that even I don't choose, it's the mornings, early morning when I wake.
Wow.
That's the best energy, not just the best, but it's genuine energy that sometimes just
Yes.
comes and you don't even control it. That's my energy
Wow.
in the morning when I start my day. Yeah.
No, that's great that you start your day every day on a good note, no matter what. That's very
So,
important. And it
uh,
sets the tone for the rest of the day as well.
for example, when it's like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock for me, when for normal people, it's like, normal. I'm already starting dozing off a little bit, because that's
Mm,
quite late for me. So, for example,
okay.
sometimes when I finish the interviews during this time, sometimes I do a bit of breath work for me to relax a
Mm,
bit, because during the show, again, it brings this energy. And sometimes I cannot fall asleep straight away because I'm still buzzing from the energy from the show. So what I do is I do a little bit of like very briefly meditation, just for me to relax a bit my body. And after I just sleep like a baby.
Oh, wow.
So
Well,
yeah,
that's great.
back to your question
Okay,
is about the mornings. The mornings brings the best energy for sure. Great question.
nice.
Did you enjoy the interview?
Yes, I did. It was very nice having a conversation with you because you are someone that's very open and you like to have a conversations of different things. So I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it a lot.
Thanks again, Isabella. Thanks
No
again. And I'm going
problem.
to be very honest with you. It's amazing to see someone so young and with this
Oh,
mindset. Yeah, you have this business mindset, you have this great energy. And again, I love to see those people, they're passionate about anything in life. I think when you see their eyes shining, talking about their
hmm.
business, their life, their partners, their whatever can be, I just brings the best of people. And I think that's the way to be. That's the way to go about being passionate about whatever you feel
Yes.
like doing it. Be passionate about it. That people, even though they don't know you, they're gonna see in their eyes. So carry on with your,
Yes, I
with my
will. Thank you.
for sure. And before you go, if you can share a positive message, a quote, or anything that you live by.
Yes, well, I would like to leave a message for you, William, that thank you for giving us this platform to share our story and share what we think about certain topics. I find it beautiful that you take your time to interview people that have different stories and backgrounds.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I'm the first Aruban that you interviewed.
Yes, yes,
Yes?
you are. Yes.
Oh, great.
You left your
Um,
signature. Left your signature. To
yeah,
go out
because
for
I was looking at the people you've interviewed and I'm like, I don't see the Reuben flag or the Curacao flag anywhere. So that's for me an honor that I can be one of the first on your show. Maybe
absolutely.
after this, more people will be in line.
You are just opening the
But
door. Just opening the door now.
exactly, yeah, we'll get more Caribbean people in your way. But yeah, that's for you, William. So thank you for giving us this opportunity to have this conversation.
Thank you so
And
much.
for the public, I would like to say that never forget the power of embracing your story and being yourself and sharing not only the positive things but also the negative things because we are human, we all go through bad moments and experiences, and if we don't share them we will not be able to connect as deeply as we do when we talk about, I would say, superficial stuff.
Totally.
So I would like to share that don't be afraid to be yourself.
Totally. Even if sometimes it's hard, try to be yourself the most you can.
Exactly,
Amazing.
yes.
Say
Thank you
hello
so
to
much.
Dominique, send my regards. Have a good
I
night. And
will.
okay, take
Yes,
care.
thank you so much. Take care. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Take
See
care.
you.
See you. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website www.williamandthemagicbox.com and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye. See you next time.